Hello and welcome to this week's weekly vlog. So in this video I'm going to be announcing the winner of my Horde and Alliance banner that you can see behind me. But first of all, so many of you entered. Thank you so much for all of your entries. They were so brilliant, and I really want to just read a few of them first and then I'll announce the winner at the end. So the first one was written by Tony Cast, and he says, I actually play both factions, so not sure if I'd qualify. I play Tauren and Dwarves almost exclusively. Yay, Dwarves! So it is hard for me to pick a side for your contest, so if at all possible, may I give my arguments for both? You may. Hashtag for the Alliance. Short answer. As Dwarves are part of the Alliance, we have access to unlimited levels of beer and ale. Something that was my Dwarven impression, it was terrible. Something the Horde cannot really say. Do you love Brewfest? Well, we Dwarves started it. Being in the Alliance can be like Brewfest all year long. Also, we are firmly against the Banshee Queen and her underhanded plague-spreading tactics. The Caldari are also going to need support after the burning of their home. If you feel your war chief has gone way too far this time, killing civilians in her crusade of death and wanted destruction, then allow me to open the gates of Stormwind and the welcoming arms of the Alliance. We are about unifying under a single banner and goal to keep Azeroth safe for another sunrise, not bringing her destruction and death. You once fought beside us against the Scourge and its leader. I never know how to say that word, Scourge. The Lich King's plan to destroy all life. Now fight with us against Sylvanas, who seems to have very much the same goal. Her plan is not survival in life, but her survival in death. Now his argument for the Horde. Alright, so after that first speech, I now have an uphill battle, but Tauren fought the Centaur for generations to get where they are today. Arguably the most noble of the Horde races, we value the Earth Mother and all manner of life. Yes, strange as it sounds, even undeath is a form of life. We've opened our homes to the Forsaken, where their alliance cast them out like they're unwanted trash. We Tauren value our dead, and while unnatural, even our undead for their wisdom. Not sure if that makes sense. We Tauren value our dead, and while unnatural, even our undead for their wisdom. Before the Horde came to our shores, we were an aimless, nomadic people bent on just surviving the constant Centaur raids on our camps. Sure, the Orcs have a bloodstained past, but they are a victimised people. Draenor was a savage world, and they've had to fight for survival much like the Tauren. They were also tricked into a war they did not ask for by the very Titan and his legion we fought and shed blood for so recently. The Orcs, like Tauren, value the wisdom of their elders and their ancestors that came before. When Thrall and his Orcs came to our shore, they were not savage murdering monsters like the Alliance portrayed them. They gave the Tauren a stable home and a purpose besides simply surviving to the next sunrise. It should also be noted that most of the destruction and threats to Azeroth can be directly tied to the Alliance involvement. The Legion was first brought to our shores by the Night Elves and their indulgence in arcane magic. The Draenei brought the very same Legion to the Orc homeworld, the very same Legion that developed the Scourge, whom was led no less by a prince of a human kingdom and which is still led by a human to this day. The Horde gave the Tauren a home, and we take all whom have been cast out by the Alliance and do the same. Just ask the Blood Elves whom were betrayed, the Forsaken whom only wanted to reconnect with their loved ones only to be betrayed at the first opportunity. The Alliance may spout about unity and acceptance, but just look at their track record. The Horde, however, is open to all whom seek to find a home where they can live in peace. The argument for the Horde feels a bit more sort of like, you know, you mean it. We do not we do not homogenize the individual. That, I feel like that's like an American way of saying it. We do not homogenize the individual or their culture as you'd see within the Alliance, but instead embrace the culture into the greater Horde as a whole. Sure, this causes some problems, but we deal with internal threats swiftly. Some say Garrosh did nothing wrong. Well, I am here to tell you that when he tried to divide the Horde, he only succeeded in bringing us closer together. Each faction within the Horde can be felt and maintained. Yours will be too. Do you know why we wear red? It is to remind us and others of the blood we shed and was spilled by the Alliance. to show our enemies that we will never forget the lives they have taken because they would not let us live in peace. We will not stand idly by as our people are killed just because they believe themselves more civilized. Because we are different, we don't deserve the same level of consideration. Words. This was our land long before the humans tried to claim it, and it is time we reclaim what rightfully belongs to us and the Horde. Please reply with hashtag for the Alliance or hashtag for the Horde if either of these arguments swayed your opinion. I would love to know how I did, even if I don't get to win the banner. How much effort did Tony put into his answer? That was incredible. Thank you, Tony. The next comment is from Stuart. My brother's called Stuart and he gets really annoyed if people call him Stuart. But if that's how you pronounce your name, then, you know, I won't take that away from you. And your comment was, to be honest, I have converted 3 Horde players onto Alliance with the good old, hey, you wanna come raid? How true is that? I mean, I know it matters what faction you are, but at the end of the day, when you're playing with friends and you're raiding together, WoW is such a fun social place. I love it. I absolutely love it for the social side of it. That's like 90% of the reason that I play WoW is because you're playing with like-minded people that you can like nerd out with, and you can be like, oh my god, look at my deeps on that mob. If you said that outside of the house, people would just think you're absolutely nuts and you'd get locked up. But it's not like that in WoW. It's a safe space and you can raid with people and have fun with people and do dungeons with people that understand what DPS means. 733 Eel wrote, keyboards are cool. My cat loves it. I mean, he's, you know, put about keyboards being cool and cats in the same sentence, so it had to get a mention. Avelion Chan wrote, with Alliance you don't have to choose between light and void. We have both. Also, nice architecture and music and characters. Who cares about orcs with different head when there will soon be 3 weight types of human, dark iron dwarves, night elf ERP. I mean, heritage armor set and a lot more, and our Alliance King is not morally grey. Plus we have Sharm and Nixium. What else do you need? I did consider letting you win just for the sort of Sharm and Nixium mention, but that wouldn't be fair. Lilith Avante wrote, come over to the dark side. We have, oh, this one totally cracked me up. Come over to the dark side. We have waffle bowls with ice cream. We get the cream from Torrens to make the ice cream. How would that sway someone to go to the Horde side? But I mean, I guess if you like ice cream that much, you would. I really like this next one because it's kind of like RP-ish. It's from Zeka Azor. A male Worgen in his wolf form comes to Orgrimmar wearing just normal clothes, neither too poor nor too rich, hopes to find at least one person of each races composing Horde and find them reunited. Good morning or good evening, you clans composing the Horde. I'm here as an ambassador of the Alliance, even if I'm a werewolf. Yes, Taurens, Alliance contain people like us less kawaii than Pandarens. I'm here to give you another chance to join us, because I know that you are jaded of fighting us and had fun to be ally against the Legion. I know it because I feel it too. Our stupid little wars start again and again and again. So I'm here to help you join the Alliance, because it's not to offend you, but Horde don't suit to a civilized group of different races and clans. You, Taurens, are close enough of nature to know that our wars affect nature more than us, like we burn fields, forests and cities, like we dig rock and earth to find powerful crystals to fight each other. So I'm here to tell you that it'll stop if you join us. You, goblins, your creativity and your deviousness will help our so proud dwarves. I'm sure if you ally to them, great constructions and inventions will be born. You, trolls clans, your voodoo shamanism can do some things that our technology can't. I'm not here to steal your voodoo, that'll be who will do voodoo in Alliance. All races will keep their identity, their culture. You, Blood Elves, our friends, Night Elves, Draenei and even Pandaren will help you to have a better and magically healthy life. You, Undead, our more philosophical members, know that life means nothing without death, and we'll do everything we can to help you find a way to solve your problems. And you, Orcs, you'll help us to fight against Azeroth enemies, because I'm sure they'll come back. So, peoples, I, Morven Starbreeze, a humble Worgen, ask you to consider what I told and join the alliance. The Worgen salute them and like a wolf show his throat, showing he puts his own life in balance. The Sheep 866 wrote, join the alliance. Why? Because we're... Oh my goodness, I really liked this one as well because it's so dark and maybe a bit too soon. The wild flames of the tree whipped plumes of ash high above Darkshore. A wounded night elf ranger limped in desperation toward an abandoned raft. Shaking my head, I lowered my staff. Gripping the mangled elf, I raised up so to let our eyes meet. You cannot run, little elf. These forests can no longer offer you shelter. The elf wrestled with waning strength, unable to break my orcish grip. Grinning, I could hear the dark lady, my queen, our war chief, approach. Choose, little elf. Serve us in life or serve us in death. If I were you, I would choose life. It involves less fire, unless, of course, you wish the same fate of your rooting tree. Goodness. Azu writes, and this one's pretty interesting. I wouldn't convince them. I would say play what you want to play, be who you want to be, you do you. It's more fun that way, and I do agree. Play whatever faction you enjoy the most. But also the reason why I'm reading this is because she's also written, off topic, I'm trying to get blue and gold alliance themed decorations for my wedding on February 1st. If anyone knows of a good place that ships to the UK or is in the South Wales area that can give me a quote, please hit me up. So if anybody knows like any Etsy stores in the UK, I don't know if Etsy works for UK yet, but anything like that where this person can get alliance supplies for their wedding, hit them up, they're in the comments, Azu. So without further ado, I'm now going to announce the winner. This comment, it just made me laugh. It made me have a good giggle, and I hope it gives you a giggle too. Ishnuala, Horde Adventurer. Are you tired of getting lost in Ogrimmar? Well, try Stormwind's colour-coordinated roofs. No more scouring through the city to get your pots. We also have Anduin, who can mass res without letting people rot first and appears slightly less genocidal than the current Horde leader. We got the edgier elves in Legion, and if there's a power cut, we have Lightforged Draenei, no tripping in the dark for us. And of course, you're free to eat a tasty beef burger in our cities without getting dirty looks from Tauren. Apologies if you are in fact a Tauren, we have bean burgers too. And maybe the best part about the Alliance, no furry shaming, they're everywhere. Come and join us and enjoy a tasty Northshire apple cider at the, no, not there, no, don't go into Goldshire, oh no. And then in brackets, no offence to either faction, I play you both and love you all. So congratulations this hunt. I need you to send me an email at sharm@arcanewhispers.net. I'll put that in the description below and I will send your banner out to you. Thank you again so much to everyone for entering the competition. So many entries. If you haven't had a look, go through the comments and have a look at all of them. Some of them are just fantastic. I couldn't read them all out because this vlog would be going until next Christmas, and I really want to play BFA when it comes out. Have a wonderful week everyone, and I'll see you on Monday for the next weekly vlog, and it's going to be a normal weekly vlog, and I'm going to show you some pictures and some footage and stuff from my guild meetup that I had last week IRL in Bristol, and it was incredible. So I'll see you on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend.